आनन्दमय चरण तले आसरे आस प्रणति देवा आनन्दमय चरण तले आनन्दमय चरण तले त्रिभुवनि राजे महिमा जहारा त्रिभुवनि राजे महिमा जहारा जस जार गाये विश्व चराचर जस जार गाये विश्व चराचर ताहरि प्रेमरे बंधाए दुनिया ताहरि प्रेमरे बंधाए दुनिया जन्म मरण ताहरि कोले आनन्दमय चरण तले आनन्दमय चरण तले आसरे आस प्रणति देवा आनन्दमय चरण तले आसरे आस प्रणति देवा आनन्दमय चरण तले आनन्दमय चरण तले
जय गुरु शिवानी महांतिमा विदाय प्रथम बोलिबे मते एटा बोलिया पई कहछन्ती जय गुरु हासो हे आसो पुराणाईस पूजा मंडपे आसो आसो हे आसो पुराणाईस पूजा मंडपे आसो पूजिब तुम चरण जुग पूजिब तुम चरण जुग मेंटिब मन आस मेंटिब मन आस आस हे आस पराणाईस पूजा मंडपे आस आस हे आस पराणाईस पूजा मंडपे आस गुंथिछु माला नीति मानसे गुंथिछु माला नीति मानसे गले लंबाई देव सरसे गले लंबाई देव सरसे चरण तले नुआई सिर चरण तले नुआई सिर पराण हेब तोष पराण तले नुआई सिर पराण हेब तोष आस हे आस पराणाईस पूजा मंडपे आस आस हे आस पराणाईस पूजा मंडपे आस तुमी तमोक्षुतेश्वर तुमी आस हे आस परायण ईश पूजा मंडपे आस नकर देव आओ छोरा नकर देव आओ छोरा बढ़ाई दिया रंग तयर बढ़ाई दिया रंग तयर नयन नीरे पखाली पाद नयन नीरे पखाली पाद भूलिब भव क्लेश नयन नीरे पखाली पाद भूलिब भव क्लेश आस हे आस परायण ईश पूजा मंडपे आस आस हे आस परायण ईश पूजा मंडपे आस अमृत राज्य बाटोयामी अमृत राज्य बाटोयामी पथ दुर्गम दिशारी तुम्हें पथ दुर्गम दिशारी तुम्हें अनुसरिबो तुम्हारी पथ दिया शुभाशीष अनुसरिबो तुम्हारी पथ दिया शुभाशीष आस हे आस परायण ईश पूजा मंडपे आस आस हे आस परायण ईश पूजा मंडपे आस पूजिबो तुम चरण जुग पूजिबो तुम चरण जुग मेटिब भव क्लेश शेनिब मन आस आस हे आस परायण ईश पूजा मंडपे आस आस हे आस परायण ईश पूजा मंडपे आस हा की आनंद शुभे बंशी सोना डाकुछन्ति प्राण साई आहा की आनंद शुभे बंशी सोना डाकुछन्ति प्राण साई सबु छाड़ी दे चलो जीवा चलो सही सबु छाड़ी दे जीवा चलो सही श्रीपद दर्शन पाई श्रीपद दर्शन पाई नबला मन संसारे आउ नबला मन संसारे आउ भल मंद सबु पछकु थाउ भल मंद सबु पछकु थाउ नबला मन ସଂସାରେ ଆଉ ନ ବଳାଅ ମନ ସଂସାରେ ଆଉ ଭାସି ଉଠେ ଆଖି ଆଗେ ସେ ମୂରତି ଜ୍ୟୋତି ରୂପ ମନୋହରା ଭାସି উঠে আখি আগে সে মূরতি জ্যোতি রূপ মনোহরা শিহরণ জাগে এ সারতনু রে শিহরণ জাগে এ সারতনু রে পুলকিত মো অন্তরা পুলকিত মো অন্তরা রহি রহি দিশে অকুলাভ রহি রহি দিশে অকুলাভ অন্তরে ভরে অজনা গুণহীনা গুণাধিপতি ভাবধীলোচনে তত তাম্বরদম প্রণমামি গুরুম শিবকার্পতরু প্রণমামি গুরু শিবকার্পতরু। কোটি কাম জিয়া ঠানি কি মনোহরা কোটি কাম জিয়া ঠানি কি মনোহরা দরসানি তবু দুঃখ দরসানি তবু দুঃখ ঘুচিলা মোরা দরসানি তবু দুঃখ ঘুচিলা মোরা কোটি কাম জিনা ঠানি কি মনোহরা কোটি কাম জিনা ঠানি কি মনোহরা সুরঙ্গ পদ যুগার দ্বার ফুটন্ত কমর সুরঙ্গ পদ যুগার দ্বার ফুটন্ত কমর মন ভৃঙ্গ গলালাখি মন ভৃঙ্গ গলালাখি হইবি ভর মন
बक्षको लंबित चारु जोड़ा कुंतल बक्षको लंबित चारु जोड़ा कुंतल कोटि काम जीना ठाणी की मनोहर कोटि काम जीना ठाणी की मनोहर मुखमंडल भंगिमा जगति नहीं उपमा मुखमंडल भंगिमा जगति नहीं उपमा नाधर अधरि हास नाधर अधरि हास किरीट सार नाधर अधरि हास किरीट सार कोटि काम जीना ठाणी की मनोहर कोटि काम जीना ठाणी की मनोहर जलद गंभीर वाणी धन्य हील कानो सुनी जलद गंभीर वाणी धन्य हील कानो सुनी सरसीला दुरुद कोणी सरसीला दुरुद कोणी दिव्य झंकार सरसीला दुरुद कोणी दिव्य झंकार कोटि काम जीना ठाणी की मनोहर कोटि काम जीना ठाणी की मनोहर सतीरे भाग्य हेब नयन नीरे खुजिब सतीरे भाग्य हेब नयन नीरे खुजिब संताप हर रूपसे संताप हर रूपसे निशिता कर संताप हर रूपसे निशिता कर कोटि काम जीना ठाणी की मनोहर कोटि काम जीना ठाणी की मनोहर जीवनर अभिलाष तापद जुग परस जीवनर अभिलाष जीवनर अभिलाष कोटि काम जीना ठाड़ी की मनोहर दरसानी सब दुख दरसानी सब दुख घुचिला दरसानी सब दुख घुचिला कोटि काम जीना ठाड़ी की मनोहर कोटि काम जीना ठाड़ी की मनोहर। जय गुरु।
जय गुरु माँ सुना जाऊँगी?
हाँ माँ सुना जाऊँगी।
परिचय पत्र पाठ करिया। सेविकांकर स्वीकृति। मु ठाकुर श्री श्री निगमानंद सरस्वती देवं को
मु ठाकुर श्री श्री निगमानंद सरस्वती देवं को
एकमात्र गुरु एवं इष्ट रूपे वर्ण करियाछि।
एकमात्र गुरु एवं इष्ट रूपे वर्ण करियाछि
एवं तांक प्रदत्त जय गुरु सिद्ध मंत्र ग्रहण करी
एवं तांक प्रदत्त जय गुरु सिद्ध मंत्र ग्रहण करी
लीलाचल सारस्वत संघ पुरी निर्देश
लीलाचल सारस्वत संघ पुरी निर्देश
स्वीकृति प्रदान करुछि।
परिचालित हेबा पई स्वीकृति प्रदान करुछि।
श्री ठाकुर वाणी वत्स मु सद्गुरु मो भितर जगतगुरु इच्छा लीलायित उठी तुम मानक मुक्तिपथ प्रदर्शन कराई भाई मोर कार्य जो मैंने मो पर निर्भर कर बसिछ मुझे हाथ धरी मुक्तिधाम को नहीं जीवी मो ठाकुर सद्गुरु केवल एति विश्वास थी आवश्यक। माँ मान प्रति ठाकुर उपदेश माँ मातृत्व हृदय पूर्ण कर रमणीत्व शैतान उच्चिष्ट सुतरां जननित्य व्यतीत से भगवान पवित्र मूर्ति अन्य कहारी न गोचर हुए नहीं से सर्वत्र विद्यमान किंतु भक्तर उपयुक्त अवस्था न आसिया पर्यंत से सम्मुख को दर्शन दान करती ना से संसार बनी भक्त को जड़ाई पुड़ाई उपयुक्त कर दिखती मु आशीर्वाद करुच्ची तुम्हें से मातृत्व प्रतिष्ठित हुआ एवं चिरदिन निमित्त से मातृ सत्तार विलीन हो जा तुम्हें माने मोर अंतरंग भक्त सुतरां तुम्हें माने संसार तापरे तापित हुई अशांति मध्य थी भगवत पचार न कले कर किए सगण मत आउ कई जो परीक्षा दे पारे ना तेणु तेणु भगवान कवि मुखरे कहते परीक्षा नय बड़ कातर माँ ये संसार मायार फल कर अज्ञानतार मोहिनी मूर्ति तेणु सुख जे बाहर ना अच्छी निज अंतर सुख भोगरे ना अच्छी केवल त्यागरे वा जोगरे बाह्य विषय संस्पर्श जो सुख आसक्ति पाप कलुषित मन द्वारा भगवान स्वरूप उपलब्धि ही प्रकृत निर्मल पवित्र सुख मन प्राण पवित्र करी सचिदानंद श्री भगवान नाम रूप चिंता कर मुखरे जय उच्चारण कर जिते परिमाण चित्त शुद्ध भाव धारण करते परिमाण तुम्हें निर्मल सुख अनुभव कर बाहिक सुख दुखरे कि लोकों कथार मन विचलित हे ना और सांसारिक घात प्रतिघात अशांति भोग करिया पड़ो ना या व्यतीत शांति लाभर अन्य पंथा ना बसे पुत्र कन्या को भगवत ज्ञान सुख पाई से दत्न निय गुरुजन मान अबाध्य हो ना यथासाध्य दिन देखी मान उपकार कर केवल आचार लंघन कर ना माँ तुम्हें बाह्य विषय सुखाशा त्याग कर अंतर अंतरतम पद से बुड़ी जा मत खोजिले देख जगज्जननी को कोल धरी तुम हृदय पूर्ण कर बसी रही बच्चे से तुम समस्त अभाव दूर हो तुम्हें केवल भगवान को सर्वस्व समर्पण कर सर्वांतकरण नाम उच्चारण कर जा बच्चे बाहर मोर दर्शन न पाइले तुम किसी मात्र क्षति हे ना बाइक विषय मात्र के बाइक बोली जान तुम मत अंतर दर्शन करने को अभ्यास कर बाह्य देह द्वारा बाह्य कार्य कर अंतर धरी रखी माँ ମୁଁ ଦେହସ୍ଥ ଏହା ଭୁଲି ମୁଁ ତୁମର ହୃଦୟସ୍ଥ ବୋଲି ଚିନ୍ତା କର, ଦୂରତ୍ୱର ବ୍ୟବଧାନ ଘୁଞ୍ଚିଯିବ। ମହାତ୍ମା ସ୍ୱାମୀଙ୍କ ମଧ୍ୟରେ ମୋତେ ଦର୍ଶନ କରିବାକୁ ଅଭ୍ୟାସ କର। ମନେ କରିବ ତୁମ ସ୍ୱାମୀ ଜଗତ ସ୍ୱାମୀ ଏବଂ ସ୍ୱାମୀଙ୍କ ସ୍ୱାମିତ୍ୱ ଶ୍ରୀ ଶ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ସତ୍ୟବେତ ଅନ୍ୟ କିଛି ନୁହେଁ। ଏତିକି ଭାବନାରେ ନାରୀ ଜନ୍ମ ସାର୍ଥକ ହୋଇଯିବ। ପ୍ରାଣରେ ଅପୁରନ୍ତ ଆନନ୍ଦ ସହିତ ପ୍ରବାହିତ ହେବ। ଆଶୀର୍ବାଦ କରୁଛି ତୁମେ ସେହି ଭାବର ଅଧିକାରୀ ହୁଅ। ସ୍ୱାମୀ ହିଁ ନାରୀମାନଙ୍କର ଗୁରୁ। କାୟମନ ବାକ୍ୟରେ ତାଙ୍କର ଆଦେଶ ପାଳନ ଓ ତାଙ୍କର ସେବା ହିଁ ନାରୀମାନଙ୍କର ପରମ ଧର୍ମ। ସ୍ୱାମୀଙ୍କୁ ଗୁରୁ ବ୍ରହ୍ମ ଜ୍ଞାନର ସୁଖ ପାଇ ଭଗବତ ନିର୍ଭରତା ରକ୍ଷା କରିପାରିଲେ ହିଁ ନାରୀ ଜନ୍ମ ସାର୍ଥକ ହେବ। ଗୁରୁଙ୍କ ସ୍ୱାମୀ ସେବା ଓ ସନ୍ତାନ ପାଳନ ସ୍ୱଧର୍ମ। ତେଣୁ ନାରୀମାନଙ୍କର ସାଧନ ଭଜନ ସମୟ ଅଳ୍ପ। ସୁତରାଂ ସର୍ବଦା ଗୁରୁ ନାମ ଜପ କରିବାକୁ ଅଭ୍ୟାସ କରିବ। ସୌଧବା ନାରୀମାନେ ସ୍ୱାମୀଙ୍କ ଭିତରେ ଭଗବାନଙ୍କୁ ଏବଂ ବିଧବା ନାରୀମାନେ ଭଗବାନଙ୍କ ଭିତରେ ସ୍ୱାମୀଙ୍କୁ ଚିନ୍ତା କରିବେ। ଅନ୍ୟଥା ଧର୍ମ ଆଉ ଭଗବାନଙ୍କୁ ଛାଡ଼ି କେବଳ ସ୍ୱାମୀଙ୍କ ଚିନ୍ତା କଲେ ସେଥିରେ ବିନ୍ଦୁ ମାତ୍ର ଉନ୍ନତି ହେବ ନାହିଁ। ମା, ଏ ଜଗତରେ ରାଜାଣୀ ଠାରୁ ଭିକାରୀ ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କର ସମାନ ଅଭାବ। ଭାବ ରାଜ୍ୟରେ ଉପନୀତ ନ ହେବା ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ କାହାରି ଅଭାବ ଦୂର ହେବ ନାହିଁ। ମା, ତୁମେ ଜୀବ ଜଗତକୁ ସୁଖକୁ ଶିକ୍ଷା କର, ସକଳ ମେଣ୍ଟିଯିବ। ଜୟ ଗୁରୁ।
ଜୟ ଗୁରୁ। Joy Guru, Nigam chapter 23, to dependence, to learn dependence. Dear child, when I have accepted you as my disciples, I shall always wish your welfare wherever I may be. Don't lose faith in any circumstance. Whatever may be the situation, don't forget God's name amidst joys and sorrows, festivity and adversity, health and sickness. He guides and guides all on the path of welfare through different circumstances. So don't be worried in sorrow and suffering of the world. Depend completely on Him. Always remember that God has taken your responsibility. Hence you have no worries. Only go on doing your duty. Sing His name in all circumstances. Chant always His victory in joys and miseries. There is no other Purusartha self-endeavor than this. When you experience any want or inconvenience, pray at His feet with body, mind and heart. Thereby you will immediately get the result and remain ever happy. Do you know what is dependence? It is to leave everything unto one and live calmly devoid of all worries. But I tell you to depend on God, but not on any ordinary layman. Sri Gurudev has taught me nothing but faith and dependence. The real thing is dependence. If one has dependence, nothing more is to be done. If some of you have any spiritual experience, it is not attained by any sadhana. You have indeed gained it by loving and depending on me. There is also variance in dependence and love as per one's bhava. An ascetic was brought up in the hermitage of Gurudev from childhood. He had no opportunity to have the glimpse of a woman. Once on the direction of Gurudev, he went unto a town for begging alms. The daughter of the household came out to offer him alms. The ascetic was surprised to see the elevated breast of the young lady. He innocuously asked, "Oh mother, what are those bulging on your chest?" The young lady was upset by such remarks. She felt offended and humiliated. She went inside the house and narrated about that unpleasant episode to her mother. Then the mother came out and saw before her a young and handsome ascetic. She could not expect any malapide motivation of that ascetic. The mother asked, "Oh dear, what did you ask my daughter?" The ascetic replied, "On seeing bulging breast, I asked what those were. Now I see your breast similarly bulging out. I don't understand it. Prior to it, I never saw such elevated breast." The old lady then knew that he who stood in front of their door had never seen a woman. In order to know things clearly, she asked, "Well, dear, do you remember your mother? Haven't you got the love and care of your mother?" The ascetic replied, "No, mother, I have always been brought up in the hermitage of Gurudev. I don't remember whether I had a mother." The old lady then said, "It is not in a day that you have grown up and assumed the present size. Gradually, you have grown from a small child to this form. First, you were born very small in the lap of the mother. Thus, everybody has to be born from a mother. When an infant is helpless, he has no capacity to collect his own food. He then lives on mother's milk. Our bulging breast, you see, contain that milk. The sweet nectar is stored in this breast for a helpless infant." The ascetic asked, "Well, mother, why your daughter's breasts are more bulging than yours?" The aged lady was well experienced as she answered, "Oh dear, the breasts of my daughter are more elevated because she has not yet become a mother. No helpless infant has come to her lap. So God has only stored nectar in this. Again, when she will be a mother, her breast will also decline because it will be difficult for an infant to suck milk from the tight breast." Those words of the aged lady opened the eyes of that young ascetic. He threw away the begging bowl and exclaimed, "Why do I then vainly enact this role? He who has stored food for us even before birth, will also today arrange for it. Why do we then waste time without depending on his plan and arrangement? On repeating it, he ran away from the place. The ascetic is no more alive, but his memory persists. I have also visited his hermitage. Now his disciples and grand disciples look after the management of the hermitage, but that past glory is missing. Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. Nirachala Saraswata Sangha, Puri, America Saraswata Sangha, 693rd Sangha Puja Session Report. Date November 24, 2019, Sunday. Time morning 7:15 a.m. to 8:45 a.m. Eastern Time, first session, and 9:45 a.m. to 11:45 a.m. Eastern Time, second session. Paliya, Aditi, Smita Rema, and Smita Baima. Adivasa Puja, November 23rd, 2019. Adivasa Puja was held in the Asana Mandira at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Present Mars and Bhai's links to the attendance sheet is available Sangha website. First session morning 7:15 a.m. to 8:45 a.m. The morning session of the puja started at 7:15 a.m. with the singing of Pratiksha songs. Aruna Rathare Bije Karahe Mahana and Libhi Libhi Ase Jebe Jibanara Dipasika, respectively by Arpitama and Rasmi Chaudhurima. During the time, the devotees joined the puja at NSM as well as via teleconference. At 7:30 a.m., Sanujit Bhai offered Arati to Sri Sri Thakura. After Arati, Biswajit Bhai sang Bandhana and Stotra Bandhana along with the other Bhais and Mas. Biswajit Bhai led reading of Paricha Patra, Samilani Prarthana and Asana Mandira Nitya Puja Prarthana. Then Prabhakar Bhai read Sangha Sabaka 9th series part 2 Bandhana Prarthana Karinka Prati. We read about the disciples one needs to follow to practice Chitta Suddhi. Sarthak Bhai read verse 79 from Sri Sri Guru Gita. Following that, Smita Rema invited Sri Sri Thakura for the Balya Bhoga and all Bhais, Mas and young aspirants for Balya Prasad and to attend the second session of the puja. The first session was concluded with Jai Guru Mahanama. After the first session, Bhoga was offered to Sri Sri Thakura. Bhais, Mas and young aspirants had Balya Prasad. Second session morning 9:45 a.m. till 11:45 a.m. The second session of the puja started at 9:45 a.m. with the singing of Abahana songs. Shivani Mahantima and Miluma sang Antara Devata Asahe and Darasana Diya Prabhu, Darasana Diya Hai. Darasana Diya Prabhu, Darasana Diya Hai. Respectively, the curtain of the Nata Mandira was opened after the singing of Bhava Bandhana Mochana by all devotees. Smita Baima sang the Bandhana बंधन घेन प्रियतम तब. Ramabai read pages 233 and 234 from Nigama Upadesa. In this topic of self-awakening, Sri Thakur has emphasized how ego is the chief obstacle on the devotion, and how one should forgo one's ego and embrace self-surrender to attract His grace. Then Subhasis, I read the minutes of the last Sangha Puja. At this time, the designated representative from NSS, Natavara Ray Samanta Bhai, joined the session via telephone and discussed various topics on Seva. The young aspirant session started with the Prarthana song, Likhi diyo tumo namo thare mo chito Palakare, sung by Bhakti Ma. Then Vedamati Ma took the attendance of the young aspirants and led the discussion for the YS session. After the young aspirants' discussions, Aditi, Smita Baima, and Smita Rehma shared their feelings towards Rishi Thakura through Bhava Vinimayas. Then Smita Rehma invited the Thakura Maharaj for Madhyana Bhoga and evening puja. Then Aishi, Anjali Ma, and Sangita Ma invited Sri Thakura, Ma's Bhais and young aspirants to the next Sangha Puja to be held on December 1st, 2019. After that, Smita Baima prayed for forgiveness for any mistakes in Seva during the puja. The session was concluded with Vidya Prarthana, the Sri Charani sung by Vrindavan Bhai, followed by Jai Guru Namakirtan and Pranama, after which asana was closed. Vishwajit Bhai took the attendance of all Bhais and Mas present during the puja. Then Bhogo was offered to Sri Thakura, followed by Prasad Savana for all Bhais, Mas and young aspirants. Sri Thakura Ranashrita, Aditi, Smita Rema, Smita Baima, Jai.
Joy Guru Bhai, mo mute body dotili. I'm so sorry. Joy Guru. Letters from Sri Thakura, Part 1. Letters to female devotees. Letter number 28. Om Sneha Apadesu Saraswat Mata Parama Subhashisham Rasaya Santu Nityam. My ultimate holy blessings always remain bestowed upon you. I came to know the details about your return from your letter. Those who are devoted and solely reliant on their Guru experience such grace of Shri Guru in their dreams even without performing any spiritual practice. They realize truth through various incidents. You, the women, are embodiments of love. You will have to realize the Prema Maya, embodiment of love, through a path of Prema, transcendental love. Intense yearning is the need for that path. Do not go astray in the enjoyment of worldly pleasure. If you want to find the Prema Maya, patiently wait every moment with the utmost alertness and longing. I shall clearly explain the intricate essence of your dream when we meet. Do not have the time to write in my letter. Dear, I want to know that your own dharma is, well, when time comes, I will hear it straight from your mouth. I was sick after coming to the Mata, but now I have recovered. Everything else is fine here. My blessings are with all of you. Well-wisher Shri Shri Thakura. Letter number 31. Bhakta Parma Kalyanan Neha Asu. Ma, I received the information from your letter. I was supposed to go to Dhaka after the festival, but the date was not finalized. As it is extremely hot now, traveling will be difficult and I am also not feeling well. For that, I postponed my travel and let you know once it is decided. My travel plans are not concrete and I am not sure if I will go to Dhaka, but I will visit Bengal. It will be good if we meet then, but there is no reason for you to be sad if we cannot meet. The target is never an external object. In all situations, keep your inner objective steady and recite God's name. It is even better if you can obtain power, divine sentiment. If you keep yearning for the external world, how can your mind turn inward? How can the true self of the soul be manifested? The Maya outside is intoxicating, but inside there are pure waves of peace. Go, dive in it. Why have the aspiration to just float on the surface anymore? When once surface, keep your mind under control and delve into the deepest of the deep realms of your inner being. Yet, during the course of your life, unavoidable events like union, separation, disease, grief, happiness, sorrow, etc. will always keep on happening. However, your patience is exemplary. I hope you can endure everything for the remaining few days of your life, but these are not present in your inner realm. Therefore, with bhava practice to immerse within, you will find peace there. All is well at the ashram. Accept my blessings. Well wishes, your Thakura. Jai Guru. Jai Guru.
আখি ভিজি গলা লুহারি লুহারি তব দুঃখ দিল সারি আখি ভিজি গলা লুহারি লুহারি তব দুঃখ দিল সারি কোটি জনম কালী মা কোটি জনম কালী ফল করি নীলহারি ফল করি নীলহারি আখি ভিজি গলা লুহারি লুহারি সব দুঃখ দিল সারি সব দুঃখ দিল সারি আমার জনীর শেষ তারাসি কহি দে গলা মোতে হসি হসি আমার জনীর শেষ তারাসি কহি দে গলা মোতে হসি হসি জলি নাহি যে বেদনা নিয়ারে জলি নাহি যে বেদনা নিয়ারে দুঃখী কিয়ে তাহা পরি দুঃখী কিয়ে তাহা পরি আখি ভিজি গলা লুহারে লুহারে ସବୁ ଦୁଃଖ ଦିଲ ସାରି ଆଖି ଭିଜିଗଲା ଲୁହରେ ଲୁହରେ ସବୁ ଦୁଃଖ ଦିଲ ସାରି ସବୁ ଦୁଃଖ ଦିଲ ସାରି ହଜିଗଲା ମୋର ସକଳ ଗରବ ମାନସ ନମାନ ଧନ ଗୌରବ ହଜିଗଲା ମୋର ସକଳ ଗରବ ମାନସ ନମାନ ଧନ ଗୌରବ ଯେ ତୁମର ନିଠୁର କରୁଣା ଯେ ତୁମର ନିଠୁର କରୁଣା ପାରିବି ନାହିଁ ପାଶୋରି ପାରିବି ନାହିଁ ପାଶୋରି ଆଖି ଭିଜିଗଲା ଲୁହରେ ଲୁହରେ ସବୁ ଦୁଃଖ ଦିଲ ସାରି ସବୁ ଦୁଃଖ ଦିଲ ସାରି ଯାହା ଇଚ୍ଛା ଏବେ ଅଛି ତୁମ ମନେ মধুময় হয়ে ফুটুয়ে জীবনে যাহা ইচ্ছা এবে আছে তোম মনে মধুময় হয়ে ফুটুয়ে জীবনে পরম প্রেমর বিপুল দানরে পরম প্রেমর বিপুল দানরে মন্তর দিয়া ভরি মন্তর দিয়া ভরি আখি ভিজিগলা লুহরে লুহরে ସବୁ ଦୁଃଖ ଦିଲ ସାରି ଆଖି ଭିଜିଗଲା ଲୁହରେ ଲୁହରେ ସବୁ ଦୁଃଖ ଦିଲ ସାରି ଏପାରି ମୋହର জগত বন্ধন এপারি লোহর সকল ক্রন্দন এপারি মোহর জগত বন্ধন এপারি লোহর সকল ক্রন্দন ঠারে সবু রহি যাও প্রভু ঠারে সবু রহি যাও প্রভু ঠারে সবু রহি যাও প্রভু জীবি খালি নাম ধরি জীবি খালি নাম ধরি আখি ভিজিগলা লুহরে লুহরে ସବୁ ଦୁଃଖ ଦିଲ ସାରି ଆଖି ଭିଜିଗଲା ଲୁହରେ ଲୁହରେ ସବୁ ଦୁଃଖ ଦିଲ ସାରି दुःख दिला सारी कोटी जनमार कळू सकाळी मा कोटी जनमार कळू सकाळी मा कोटी जनमार कळू सकाळी मा पलकरी नीलहारी पलकरी नीलहारी आखी भिजी गला लुहारी लुहारी सबु दुःख दिला सारी सबु दुःख दिला सारी
Joy Guru, Samsara Pathe, Part 1, Chapter 3. The Ideal Outward Behavior. Show equal feelings towards enemy and friend. Do not behave anyone with doubts and reservation in your mind. No matter how someone treats you, you treat them well, remaining on the path of truth and love. Have love and unity with all. You do not antagonize anyone even if they behave differently. Practice to win over lies by truth, anger by forgiving the violence by love. If you continue to behave nicely, you can even win over your enemy. Amongst the various ways of downfall for humans, the worst is self-ego of regarding oneself as the greatest. Those who are masked by ignorance do not comprehend where their words and work is taken them to. Have tolerance as a tree by disregarding self-ego as alcohol and pride as fixed excreta. Stay away from bad people, but do not insult or criticize them or hate them. Hate the sin, but be kind to the sinner. Take them to the path of development, because it is the karma of humans that becomes dirty, not human being itself. The animal nature within a human is the one to blame. I can protect you from all dangers if you are devoted to your Guru. Do not try to teach your Guru. What else to advise you? Remain with hope, waiting to return to your own home. Do not get attached to others and working for others' moral world. Keep your inner self pure. Do not lose your goal by falling into trap of worldly affairs. If you can keep the same feeling during victory, defeat, same insult, riches, danger, happiness, sorrow, birth, and death, then the mirage of worldly illusion cannot confuse you. I bless you all. I bless you all to get established in the truth. Your inner holiness get inspired. Samsara Pathe, Part 1, Chapter 4, Filling Within. Strengthen your mind and do all the work. You will have everything in the world: wife, children, siblings, worldly goods, name, fame, and everything. But you will show assistance from all of this. As a devoted servant of the Almighty, you has all possession. Do your duties as if you are doing His work. Superficially, you may possess all the material belongings, but realize from the core of your heart that nothing belongs to you. Alone you come, and alone you shall go at the end of your life. Every work is dedicated to the God. You only stand appointed as a guard for the indefinite period. Like a servant takes care of all the belongings of his master, and he is well aware of the fact that he came to just serve, possess nothing. He is on God's order to maintain the belongings and has to give up everything and live on the immediate order of Almighty God. We all should imbibe similar true thought process and do our duties. Otherwise, you will never know how long you will have to remain engulfed in the vicious cycle of birth and death if you carry thoughts of material possession. Do not consider your children, relatives, property, etc. as your own possession. Always keep in mind that all these properties have been lying as it is from ever and will remain like it for from time to time. Your father, grandfather, great grandfather, etc., have tried to showcase their attachment with their family. But over the flow of time, they have become totally irrelevant and forgotten. The belongings of Almighty in his everlasting store are never moved out. If you deserve the love from your wife, then please know that a stream of love from the loving God flows in the core of her heart. Keeping in your lap, consider that God has bestowed the responsibility of raising and protecting your kids, and hence you are taking care of them with utmost love and affection. Then only you can realize the sacred presence of Almighty God even after being a family man. Rethink and realize that nobody has God's peace in this world. Everything is mortal. Only blessings of love, loving Almighty God makes them look pleasurable. Again, with the concealment of soul, everything gets put to rest. Keeping all in this mind, proceed in your family life. If possible, educate others in this inner ideology. However, attachment sometimes flows to you. Do not fully mingle with them. Do not nurture any expectation from anyone. Think of God and do your present duty. This itself fulfills all your deficiencies. Otherwise, nobody can ever fulfill all need of others. If possible, help the downtrodden in the knowledge of Almighty God. It has been a long time since the teachings of leading an ideal family life has gone from our nation. I and mine, these teachings have become deeply associated with the life. Sage and householder do the same. Both dedicate their life in the service of others. Householder, even after knowing the mortality and limitedness of his wife, son, and family, considers them as his possession and never shows hesitation in broadens the path to hell just for their satisfaction. Those who serve others, denying self, are great. But person with attachment, while trying to serve the world, thinks it as his possession and gets moral downfall and embarrasses unhappiness and anxiety. Joy Guru.
Jai Guru. Only a couple of minutes left. The three questions. See, maybe one or two questions we can go through. Please bring it forward. Thank you. Doesn't look like we have any questions today. So if Saraswati is ready, let's go to Young Aspirant program.
Jai Guru. Paramanandam Kubai Buje Bere Pranara Duara Kholi Paramanandam Kubai Buje Bere Pranara Duara Kholi Paramadore Daki Buddhango Paramare Daki Buddhango Pranara Thakura Boli Paramanandam Kupai Buje Bere Pranara Duara Kholi Paramadaya se prana thakura paranuhanti se ଠାକୁର ପରାନାନ୍ତି ସେ ତୋର ପଣାର ପାଶୋରି ଦେଲୁ ତୁ अपना जनଙ୍କୁ ପାଶୋରି ଦେଲୁ ତୁ अपना जनଙ୍କୁ ପର ସଙ୍ଗେ ଦୋଳି ଖେଳି ପରମାନନ୍ଦଙ୍କୁ ପାଇବୁ ଯେବେ ରେ ପ୍ରାଣର ଦୁଆର ଖୋଲି ପଦରଜ ଲାଗି ବଳାଇବୁ ମତି ପତିତର ଯାହା ପରମ ସମ୍ପତ୍ତି ପଦରଜ ଲାଗି ବଳାଇବୁ ମତି ପତିତର ଯାହା ପରମ ସମ୍ପତ୍ତି ପ୍ରାଣତି ଜଣାଇ ପ୍ରାର୍ଥନା କରିବୁ ପ୍ରାଣତି ଜଣାଇ ପ୍ରାର୍ଥନା କରିବୁ ପ୍ରେମର ପ୍ରଦୀପ ଜଳି ପରମାନନ୍ଦଙ୍କୁ ପାଇବୁ ଯେବେ ରେ ପ୍ରାଣର ଦୁଆର ଖୋଲି ପବିତ୍ର ରଖିବୁ ତୋ ହୃଦୟ ପୁରା ପ୍ରକାଶିବେ ତାହି ପ୍ରାଣର ଠାକୁର ପବିତ୍ର ରଖିବୁ ତୋ ହୃଦୟ ପୁରା ପ୍ରକାଶିବେ ତାହି ପ୍ରାଣର ଠାକୁର ପିନ୍ଧାଇ ଦେବୁ ସେ ପଦର ବିନ୍ଦାରେ ପିନ୍ଧାଇ ଦେବୁ ସେ ପଦର ବିନ୍ଦାରେ ବିରାତି ପ୍ରସନ୍ନ ମାଳି ପରମାନନ୍ଦଙ୍କୁ ପାଇବୁ ଯେବେ ରେ ପ୍ରାଣର ଦୁଆର ଖୋଲି ପ୍ରାଣର ପିବୁ ତାଙ୍କ ପାଦ ତଳେ ପାଦୁକ ଧୋଇବୁ ପ୍ରେମ ସୃଜଳେ ପ୍ରାଣର ପିବୁ ତାଙ୍କ ପାଦ ତଳେ ପାଦୁକ ଧୋଇବୁ ପ୍ରେମ ସୃଜଳେ ପ୍ରସାରି ସେ କର ପ୍ରେମିକ ଠାକୁର ପ୍ରସାରି ସେ କର ପ୍ରେମିକ ଠାକୁର ନିବେରେ କୋଳକୁ ତୋଳି ପରମାନନ୍ଦଙ୍କୁ ପାଇବୁ ଯେବେ ରେ ପ୍ରାଣର ଦୁଆର ଖୋଲି ପରମ ଦାସୁ ହୋଇ ପରବଳ ପର୍ବତ ପରି ରହିବୁ ଅଟଳ ପରମ ଦାସୁ ହୋଇ ପରବଳ ପର୍ବତ ପରି ରହିବୁ ଅଟଳ ପରମ ସୁଖଦା ଜୟ ଗୁରୁ ନାମ ପରମ ସୁଖଦା ଜୟ ଗୁରୁ ନାମ ନା ଜୀବୁଟିବେ କେବେ ଭୁଳି ପରମାନନ୍ଦଙ୍କୁ ପାଇବୁ ଯେବେ ରେ ପ୍ରାଣର ଦୁଆର ଖୋଲି ପରମ ଆଦରେ ଡାକିବୁ ତାହାଙ୍କୁ ପରମ ଆଦରେ ଡାକିବୁ ତାହାଙ୍କୁ ପ୍ରାଣର ଠାକୁର ବୋଲି ପରମ Pranam Mangubai Buje Bere Pranara Duara Kholi. Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. Jai Guru, young aspirants. This is Vedamatima. Let's go for our lunch today. Aditi.
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Adhyasa. Adhyasa is not here. Oisi.
Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. Anhik.
Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. An.
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Ansul.
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Arnav.
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Aaron. Aaron.
Because you can have a go.
Hari. Aaron and Arus are not here, I think. Okay. So next, Aryan.
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Jammu.
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Jan.
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Devangi.
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Divyam. Divyam. Jagrat.
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru Jagrat. Naitik. Naitik. Pratyusha.
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Pratyush.
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Saraswat.
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Sarthak. Sarthak. Bhakti.
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Bobby.
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Silpi.
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Ani.
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Shreyasi. Jai Guru. Jimmy.
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Siddharth.
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Simran.
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Srija.
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Suhani.
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. Yukta.
Jai Guru Ma.
Jai Guru. So we are done with our attendance. Before we go for our reading materials for today, the prarthana, the prayer that Saraswati sang, Paramanandanku paibu debe, dakibu tanku pranara dwara kholi, is a very beautiful song. Saraswati, can you just give us a little bit idea what this song says?
Jai Guru. In this song, Thakur is referred as Paramananda, the source of utmost happiness. The song states that the only way to get Thakur is by worshipping him with love and affection. At the end of the song, it states that in life, there will be many problems, but you can overcome the intense difficulties by chanting Jai Guru Mana.
Jai Guru. Yes, that's very true. So last time also we discussed about the greatness of the power of his name. So
It's not just when you feel difficulties or when you have trouble, you remember him. You remember him always. But actually, it's kind of um, it's you are more inclined to remember him when you are in trouble. But that's the practice we have to do. That we have to remember him always, whether it is good time or bad time. We should remember him always. We should feel him always. He is always there with us, and he's our very own. He always takes care of us. So just we need to pray him. We need to remember him with full heart, with whole heart, with our complete innocence, with our devotion and love. We need to believe in him. We need to just remember him always. So with this, also last time I requested Saraswat to read our reading material, which we could not read. Saraswat, are you able to read it today?
Jai Guru Ma, yes.
Yes, please go ahead, Saraswat. Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. Chapter 9. When Swami Nigamananda returned to the society as a guru, there was manifested in him the uncommon yogi powers and radiance in the fullest scale. The then leading newspapers and the periodicals of Bengal published and propagated the splendid spiritual powers of this young sannyasi and guru. He could easily cure chronic and fatal diseases like colic and extinguish burning homes. In some cases, he could bring the dead back to life. But in the last part of his life, he stopped such manifestations of yogi power and lived as Sahaja Manusya, normal man, to work and pray for the welfare of the people of the world. Therefore, the common people would not know from his external behavior that he was a great saint with the unparalleled yogi attainments and spiritual powers. He spent the last 14 years of his life in seclusion in Puristama Dham, Puri in Orissa. There was a unique and perfect blend of knowledge and devotion in the life of Sadguru Swami Nigamananda. His books are full with universal and harmonious spiritual matters and principles. His sermons and gospels express the sense of all religions. In the present age, the words of religious harmony were first heard from Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa. Swami Nigamananda Saraswati strongly supported his words with evidence from the scriptures. Thus, he firmly established the foundation of religious harmony. Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. So far, till chapter 8. So today we started reading the chapter 9, which is the last chapter of our book. And till chapter 8, we have kind of done a little bit of a review in our few previous YS sessions. So we discussed about Thakura's life. We saw that he realized the truth. He realized Brahma, the Almighty. He got Nirvikalpa Siddhi, and then he came back from his Nirvikalpa with the feelings of I am the Guru, Mu Guru. So after that, he did his Prema Sadhana, and he got Siddhi in his Prema Sadhana. Then he was very immersed in the divine fulfillment, the completeness, the feelings of completeness, the true happiness. During his stay at the Garo Hill, where he was practicing his Prema Sadhana or Bhava Sadhana. slowly he could get the control over all his emotions and feelings. So he got he has the knowledge and wisdom, love and emotion both together and in balanced way. So he was now kind of after his Nirvikalpa Siddhi, he got the feelings of I am Guru, but now he was actually prepared to be the Guru. So because now he was complete with all the sadhana, with all the siddhi, and with all the control over his love and knowledge. So the Lord of Universe, the Goddess of Universe, again reminded him to take this divine duty or responsibility that he was meant to do. So Goddess of Universe asked him that you cannot just remain inactive anymore. He was enjoying his, that state of completeness. So Goddess reminded him that you cannot just stay like that. You have to take the responsibility of Guru. You have to take the responsibility of people. You have to lead them towards the true knowledge. The knowledge that you acquired, you have to spread this knowledge. So Swami Nigamananda asked Goddess that I need your blessing. I need few words from you. So those were we discussed previously, but I'm just kind of reminding you, giving a recap of how he came as Guru. Swami Nigamananda said that once I will be the Guru, there will be disciples, and those who will become my disciples. And then, they might leave me, they might not like me, they might go against me. But once they have accepted me as the Guru, then they should be liberated within 3 births. Goddess said, okay, yes. And then the second one, Swami Nigamananda asked that those who become my disciples and remain with me till the end, they should be liberated in 1 birth after this. Even if, they do the sadhana or they don't do, but once they are my disciples, they will be, anyway, they will be liberated. And then Goddess also said that your disciples who will be performing the sadhana, they will performing sadhana very regularly, very sincerely, they will also be liberated, and they will be liberated in the same birth. So with those special blessings, after being requested to be the Guru, with these blessings and words of Mother of Universe, now Swami Nigamananda came to the human habitation as the Guru. So he became the universal Guru, and he came to us. Now his real work started. So he felt that he could not reach to each and every individual by himself. So he started, teaching and writing books to reach out larger audience, to many people, to let his knowledge and experience reach a wide range of people at the same time by his books and teaching. So he started writing his books. He wrote Yogi Guru in a very short span of time. That was around 17 days. And so gradually people came to know about him. They came to see him. They started getting gathered around him. But, people are not very much focused or interested to know the real true knowledge that Guru Nigamananda, Swami Nigamananda has. People are gathered, people are there with, or they are more interested in, getting the material achievement, the material gain. No one was interested for the real spirituality. Like renouncing the material things and acquiring the spiritual wisdom and knowledge. Those things are not the intention of the people those are coming to Swami Nigamananda. So then Swami Nigamananda thought that how to make people little bit more focused to his words, what he is saying. If people will listen to him, if people will show interest what he is saying, what he wants to say, then only he can, present his idea or his knowledge or his experience. So he thought to show some of his, powers or vibhuti. Those are the achievements that he got as the side achievements, as per his sadhana. So he started to do that to engage people, and in due course of time, when he thought that, doing this, if more people will come and if people will see his power, then they may be, more focused in him. They may think that, yes, this person has the ability to, give us what we want. So then maybe I will get a chance to talk about the real thing, talk about the true thing, talk about the actual, spiritualism. So he was curing people, he was, giving money and wealth and etc., all those things. So the news spread very quickly, villages after villages, places after places, everywhere. And many people came. There was always big, huge crowd around him. But slowly, those material demands are so high that Sri Thakura hardly got any time or any chance to talk about the actual thing that he was supposed to do, the spirituality, the truth or the knowledge. So one day his yogi guru Swami Sumerudasji was his yogi guru. So he came and told him that you are here to teach and to show the actual knowledge or Brahma or the Brahma Vidya to people, but you are giving the avidya. That's a term which means you are not giving the true knowledge. You are rather keeping them in this material things. You are increasing their material attachment, which is not at all helping them to get rid of this materialistic attachment. And how could they be liberated? How could they get the true knowledge if they will be so attached and so bound to this material world? So please stop doing this and only accept the people who are very keen and interested for the true divine spiritual knowledge. So then Sri Thakura followed his guru's instructions, and he started to meet only people who want spiritual progress. And he started to become, when he controlled his power, he did not show his magical, or you can say the mystic power. He started to become the Sahaja Manusya. So I was focusing on the word here, the Sahaja Manusya that we read in the first paragraph of this reading material, which is like, from the outside, nobody can see or nobody can feel like, what are his special powers. But when people will understand him, people will listen to his words, people will understand what he is actually saying, what he is actually teaching, then they can understand what he is. I mean, what he has for us, what knowledge he wants to share with us. So that's the meaning of the Sahaja Manushya that we are very superficially explaining here, that he controlled all his, this external power, and he just stayed like a normal human being like us. So he started establishing mathas and ashramas. He with these spiritually devoted people, and Saraswat Matha or Santi Ashram at Assam. Then he established so many other mathas and ashrams. Then he came to Puri, and he founded Nilachala Saraswata Sangha. So here, the other things I want to discuss about, the religious harmony that also we talked about in this reading material. We'll talk about that maybe next in our next session. And about Sri Ramakrishna, that reference is given here about Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa also we may talk about. But before that, I just wanted you to show that few places that we saw in reference to Thakura. So I have given the map here, if you can see the map. So I highlighted the place Assam, where he got his, that Kamakhya mountain, he got his Nirvikalpa Siddhi, and then he established Saraswat Matha in Assam. And now we are talking about Purushottam Dham or Puri, which is in Odisha. Can you see the place which is red highlighted in the map, which is at the eastern part of India? Odisha is a state of India that's there at the eastern part. And Puri is there in Odisha. So Puri is also called as Purushottam Dham. So in the next map, if you go and see exactly the location of Puri, which is very close to the ocean. It's the Bay of Bengal. If you know few places in Odisha, Cuttack, Bhubaneswar, Puri, so you can see the Puri at the very bottom of Bhubaneswar, very below Bhubaneswar. So that's Puri, where the ocean is there. And what is another, who can say, I mean, do you know about Puri? Who can say what's Puri famous for?
Jagrima, this is Saraswati. Puri is famous for holding Jagannath in the great Jagannath temple.
Yes. Is this Saraswati?
Yes.
Jai Guru Saraswati. Yes. So Puri has Jagannath temple, and we know about Lord Jagannath a little bit. Sometimes we have discussed about Lord Jagannath's culture and tradition. We follow that a lot. And Thakura also asked us that, pray me or worship me or whatever you do for Lord Jagannath, in the same way you can pray or worship me too. Thakura also came to Puri before this. Anybody remember when Thakura came to Puri before this 14 years of stay in Puri? At which time he came to Puri?
Jai Guru, this is Ansh.
Yes,
He went to Puri before when he was going to the 4 religious centers, which were Puri and Dwarka and Badrinath and another one, I forgot.
Yes. When Thakura was doing his Char Dham or 4 sacred places to realize the 4 sacred utterances of those 4 places, as per the guidance of his Guru Swami Satchidananda, Jnani Guru Swami Satchidananda, he traveled Puri at that time. And now after all his mathas and ashramas, he came to Puri. He chose Puri as his final destination. He spent his last 14 years of his life in Puri. And we'll talk about his stay in Puri, how he formed Nilachal Saraswata Sangha, which we are all part of, and we'll discuss more about that in our next session. So we are up, our time is up with this. Bhava Vinimoy by Oise. Please let me have it. Jai Guru.
Jai Guru, today is my Bhava Vinimoy. I join YA session every week. We talk about remembering Thakura. I try to do that. When I feel sad or lonely, I say Jai Guru. Thakura is always listening. When I go to Thakura Puja, I do Prasana. I love Thakura because he loves me. Jai Guru.
Jai Guru. Jai Guru. परमात्मा गुरुदेव समस्त भाई माँ पिला माने आज मोर संघ पूजा पाली अच्छी आज मोर परम सौभाग्य जे मोर संघ पूजा पाली मिलू भल लगुच एथर फर्स्ट टाइम ओडिशा सम्मेलन ओडिशा रे मासिकिया पूजा अटेंड कली मत बहुत भल लगे मुझे भी देखी नी मासिकिया पूजा केमती हुए सम्मेलन रे केमती कौन हुए किसी जानी भी नथिले एथर ढेंकानाल होतला मोर शाशुघर ढेंकानाल बहुत माने बहुत भाई और माँ मान सहित मिसबार सुजोग मिलता बहुत जिनस भल भल जिनस शिखा मिलला सम्मेलन में माँ मैंने सम्मेलन से सब माने मासिका सेवार बहुत सेवा मिलता जमीक रोषे संगीत फुल कि सेवा सब नहीं दिने रोषे घरे रोषे कर भाविली बहुत माँ मैंने केते आइटम सब करूँ मुझे सब नुआ नुआ आइटम देखिए शिखुए केते आइटम मुझे ठाकुर एत आइटम कर ठाकुर को केमती भोग लगाती देखती केते सारा केमती ठाकुर को दौरान भाभी किंतु आमर अमेरिका जो दिन पारी से दिन ही माने जो दिन जार पाई था भोग ग्रह को छाड़ती ठाकुर को भोग पाइबा ठाकुर को भोग देखा तो से दिन मुझे देखिली ठाकुर को बहुत सारा खावा दिया देखिए बहुत भल लगे मोर इच्छा था देखा केमती दिया आठी भी देखिए इच्छा होता गोटे काकरा खाइबा इच्छा होता से मंजू माँ भी से काकरा मो हाथ को देती मैंने ठाकुर मैंने कहबार कथा ठाकुर मन कथा जापारे हाँ यहाँ ये चाहूँ कि कौन ठाकुर आम मान मन कथा जापार बेले बेले ठाकुर बेले ठाकुर बहुत भल जिनस नहीं जाती बहुत कष्ट हुए आज संघर्ष पाखे पढ़ा होता सुख दुख सम भाव में अनुभव कर एक पढ़ला बेले बहुत सहज लगे आ दुख बेले भी कथा मन पड़े किंतु करने को बहुत कष्ट लगे हुए सुख दुख को समभाव में अनुभव करने को बहुत कष्ट हुए माने ठाकुर तो जहाँ मंगल से आम कर निश्चय जोटा आम मान भल किंतु बेले बेले कौन ठाकुर तो आम सब किसी अभिमान करहब राग करहब सब करहब से बेले बेले बहुत दुख लगे कौन दुख लगे था मो ठाकुर को पूजा कर मुझे ठाकुर आज तुम सहित मुझे कथा
କି ତମ ସହିତ କଥା ହେବିନି, ମୁଁ ତମକୁ ଏମିତି ପୂଜା କରିଦେବି ଖାଲି, ଆଜି ତମ ସହିତ କଥା ହେବିନି, ମୋତେ ଏତେ କାହିଁକି ଇଏ କଲ ଏମିତି ଭାବେ। କିନ୍ତୁ ଯାହା ବି ହେଲେ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ପାଖକୁ ବିଗ୍ରହକୁ ପୁଣି ଆଖି ପଳାଏ। ଯେତେବେଳେ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କୁ ଅନାଏ ସେତେବେଳେ ଲାଗେ ଯେମିତି ସେ ବହୁତ କଥା କହୁଛନ୍ତି, ଯେମିତିକି ଆରେ ଏଇଟା ତୋ ପାଇଁ ମଙ୍ଗଳ, ତ ପ୍ରାରବ୍ଧ ଥିଲା ଭୋଗିବାର, ତୁ ଭୋଗିଲୁ, ମନ ଦୁଃଖ କରନି, ସବୁ ଭଲ ହବ। ଯେମିତିକି ମାନେ ବାପା ଜଣ ଯେମିତି ବୁଝାନ୍ତି, ମୁଁ ସେମିତି ତାଙ୍କୁ ଦେଖିଲେ ଯେମିତି ଲାଗେ ସେ ସେମିତି ବୁଝାନ୍ତି ବୋଲି। ମାନେ ବାପା ଯଦି ଗୋଟେ ଛୁଆକୁ ଗୋଟେ ଖେଳନା ଆଣିଦେବେ, ସେ ଖେଳନା ଯଦି ମାନେ ଲାଗି ଯାଇଥିବ ମନ, କିନ୍ତୁ ବାପା ଦେଖିଲେ ଏଇ ଖେଳନା ପ୍ରତି ଖେଳନା ନେଲେ ଛୁଆର କ୍ଷତି ହଉଛି, ତାହେଲେ ସେ ଖେଳନାଟା ନେଇଯିବେ। ନେଇଗଲେ ଛୁଆ ତ ନିଶ୍ଚୟ ରାଗିବ, ଅଭିମାନ କରିବ, କାହିଁକି ଦେଇକି କାହିଁକି ନେଇଗଲ। କିନ୍ତୁ ସିଏ ଆମ ପାଇଁ ଯୋଉଟା ମଙ୍ଗଳ ସବୁବେଳେ ସେଇଟା ହିଁ ଆମ ମାନଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ କରିଥାନ୍ତି। କିନ୍ତୁ ନିଜକୁ କଷ୍ଟ ହୁଏ, କିନ୍ତୁ ପରେ ଏଇଟା ଜଣାପଡେ ହଁ ନିଶ୍ଚୟ ଆମ ପାଇଁ କଣ ମଙ୍ଗଳ ଥିବ, ଠାକୁର ଏଇଟା କଲେ। ଆଉ ହଉ ଏଇଥର ସମ୍ମିଳନୀରେ ବି ବହୁତ ଭଲ ଭଲ ଜିନିଷ ହେଇଛି। ମାନେ ମୁଁ ତ ମାସିକ ସେବାରେ ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କୁ ଜାଣିଲି, ଚିହ୍ନା ଭାଇଙ୍କ ନାଁ ଶୁଣିଥିଲି, କେବେ ଦେଖିନଥିଲି। ସେଠି ଦେଖିଥିଲି ମାସିକ ସେବାରେ, ଚିହ୍ନା ହେଲେ, କଥା ହେଲେ। ଚିହ୍ନା ଭାଇ ତାଙ୍କ ଆଡୁ କହିଲେ ମା ତମେ ଭାବ ବିନିମୟ କର, ଆପଣ ଭାବ ବିନିମୟ କରିବେ। ମୁଁ କହିଲି ନାଇଁ ଭାଇ, ମତେ ଭାବ ବିନିମୟ ସବୁବେଳେ ଡର ଲାଗେ, ମୁଁ କେବେ କରିପାରିବିନି। ସେଇଠୁ ଭାଇ କହିଲେ ଆପଣ କଣ କରିବେ, ଯଦି ଆପଣ କରିବେ ବୋଲି ଭାବିବେ ତାହେଲେ ସବୁ ସରିଯିବ, ଯଦି କହିବେ ମୁଁ କହିବି ତାହେଲେ ସବୁ ସରିଯିବ। ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ଠାକୁର ଯାହା କୁହାଇବେ, ଆପଣ ଯାହା ଭାବିଥାନ୍ତୁ ନା କାହିଁକି, ଠାକୁର ଯାହା କୁହାଇବେ ଆପଣ ତାହା କହିବେ। ବୁଝିଲି ହଁ କହିବି। ପୁଣି ଡର ଲାଗିଲା, ପୁଣି ତା ପରଦିନ ଗଲି। ମୁଁ କହିଲି ନାଇଁ ଭାଇ ଭାବ ବିନିମୟ କରିପାରିବେନି, ମୁଁ କେବେ କରିନି, ଆଉ ଦେଖିନି କେବେ, ଏତେ ଲୋକଙ୍କ ଭିତରେ ମୁଁ ସବୁ ଭୁଲିଯିବି, ଏମିତି କହିଲି। ସେଠୁ ମଞ୍ଜୁମା ଥିଲେ, ସେ କହିଲେ ଭାଇଙ୍କୁ ମନା କରୁଛୁ, ଦିଥର ମନା କଲୁଣି, ଭାଇଙ୍କୁ ମନା କରନି, ତୁ କରେ। କିନ୍ତୁ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ଦ୍ୱାରା ସବୁ ମାନେ ସେଇ ସେବା ବି ଭଲରେ ଗଲା। ମୋର ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ ଏତିକି ପ୍ରାର୍ଥନା, ଆଜି ସଂଘ ପୂଜାରେ ପଢା ହଉଥିଲା, କ୍ରୋଧ ଇର୍ଷା ମନ ସବୁକୁ ଦମନ କରି ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ଚରଣରେ କେମିତି ଆତ୍ମସମର୍ପଣ କରିବେ। ମୋର ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ ଏତିକି ପ୍ରାର୍ଥନା ଯେ ସବୁବେଳେ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ଉପରେ ମୁଁ ବିଶ୍ୱାସ କରିଥାଏ, ଦୃଢ ବିଶ୍ୱାସ ରଖିଥାଏ। ସୁଖ ଦୁଃଖ ଯେତେ ଆସିଲେ ବି ଠାକୁରଙ୍କୁ ଯେମିତି ଭୁଲି ନଯାଏ। ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ ମୋର ଏତିକି ପ୍ରାର୍ଥନା।
ଜୟଗୁରୁ। ଆଜି ମୋର ପୂଜା ପାଳି ଥିଲା। ଆଜି ଶ୍ରୀ ଠାକୁର ମହାରାଜ, ଭାଇ, ମା ଓ ପିଲାମାନେ ଆଜି ଯେମିତି ସଂଘରେ ପଢା ହେଲା, ସବୁ ଅବସ୍ଥାରେ ମନକୁ ସ୍ଥିର ରଖିବା, ସବୁବେଳେ ମନକୁ ସମଭାବନା ରଖିବା, ଦୁଃଖରେ କଷ୍ଟରେ ସୁଖରେ ସବୁବେଳେ ସମଭାବ ରଖିବା। କିନ୍ତୁ ବେଳେ ବେଳେ ଦୁଃଖ ଅବସ୍ଥାରେ ମନ ବହୁତ ଦୁଃଖ ହୁଏ, ସୁଖରେ ବହୁତ ଖୁସି ହେଇଯାଉ। ସେଇଟା ତ ସବୁଠୁ କଷ୍ଟ ଜିନିଷ କି ମାନେ ସବୁବେଳେ ମନକୁ ସମାନ ସ୍ତରରେ ରଖିକି ସବୁ ଅବସ୍ଥାକୁ ସମାନ ଭାବେ ଦେଖିକି କରିବା ସବୁଠୁ ମତେ ଲାଗେ ସବୁଠୁ କଷ୍ଟ। ଯେତେବେଳେ କିଏ କଣ କହିଦିଏ କଷ୍ଟ ହୁଏ, ଯେତେବେଳେ କାହାକୁ କଣ କହିଦିଏ ମଧ୍ୟ କଷ୍ଟ ହୁଏ। ସେଥିପାଇଁ ସବୁବେଳେ ଚେଷ୍ଟା କରିବି କି ମୋ ବ୍ୟବହାର ପ୍ରୀତିଯୁକ୍ତ ହଉ, ମୋ କଥା ପ୍ରୀତିପୂର୍ଣ୍ଣ ହଉ, ମୋ ସେବା ସବୁବେଳେ ପ୍ରୀତିଯୁକ୍ତ ହଉ। ସବୁବେଳେ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ ପ୍ରାର୍ଥନା କରିବି, ମୁଁ ଯାହା ବି ସେବା କରିବି, ଯେତିକି ବି ମୁଁ ତ ସବୁ ଜିନିଷ ଜାଣିନି, କିନ୍ତୁ ଯେତିକି କରିବି ସବୁବେଳେ ପ୍ରୀତିମୟ ହଉ। ମୋ ଅନ୍ତରରୁ ସେ ଜିନିଷ କରିବା ପାଇଁ ମନରୁ ସବୁବେଳେ ସେ ଅନ୍ତର ଭିତରୁ ଆସୁଯାଏ କି ମୁଁ ପ୍ରୀତିଯୁକ୍ତ କରିପାରେ, ମୁଁ ସମସ୍ତ କାର୍ଯ୍ୟ ପ୍ରୀତିଯୁକ୍ତ କରିପାରେ। ଆଉ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କର ତ ବହୁତ ନୀତି ନିୟମ ଅଛି, ମୁଁ ତ ବହୁତ ଜିନିଷ କରିପାରୁନି। ସେ ଭିତରୁ ଗୋଟେ ହେଲା ଠାକୁରଙ୍କୁ ଯୋଉ ସମୟ ଦେଇକି ସକାଳେ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କୁ ସମୟ ଦେଇକି ପୂଜା କରିବା କଥା, ସନ୍ଧ୍ୟା ବେଳେ ପୂଜା କରିବା କଥା ସମୟ ଦେଇକି, ମୁଁ ଆଜି ଯାଏଁ ମୁଁ ବହୁତ ଜିନିଷ କରିପାରୁନି। କିନ୍ତୁ ଏଇଟା ମୁଁ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କୁ ଚାହୁଁଛି କି ଠାକୁର ମତେ ସେତିକି ସାମର୍ଥ୍ୟ କରନ୍ତୁ, ସେତିକି ଶକ୍ତି ଦିଅନ୍ତୁ, ସେତିକି ବୁଦ୍ଧି ବିବେକ ଦିଅନ୍ତୁ, ଯାହାଦ୍ୱାରା କି ମାନେ ମୁଁ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କୁ ଯାହାବି ମୁଁ ଭୁଲ କରୁଛି ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ ମୁଁ ଧୀରେ ଧୀରେ ତାକୁ ସୁଧାରି ପାରେ, ସେତିକି କରିପାରେ ବୋଲି ମୁଁ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ପାଖରେ ପ୍ରାର୍ଥନା କରୁଛି କି ମତେ ସେତିକି ଶକ୍ତି ସାମର୍ଥ୍ୟ ଦିଅନ୍ତୁ। ମୁଁ ଠାକୁରଙ୍କ ସେବା ମୋ ଜୀବନ ପର୍ଯ୍ୟନ୍ତ ଅନ୍ତର ଭିତରୁ ଭଲ ପାଇବାରେ ନିର୍ଭୁଲ ଭାବରେ କରିପାରେ। ଜୟ ଗୁରୁ। ଜୟ ଗୁରୁ।
जय गुरु परमाध्य गुरुदेव एबे हमर द्वितीय अधिवेशन सरिବାକୁ ଯାଉଛି ମୁଁ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ମଧ୍ୟାହ୍ନ ଭୋଗ ପାଇଁ ନିବେଦନ କରୁଛି ଆପଣଙ୍କ ମଧ୍ୟାହ୍ନ ଭୋଗ ପରେ ସମସ୍ତ ଭାଇ ଓ ମା ମାନଙ୍କୁ ମଧ୍ୟାହ୍ନ ଭୋଗ ପାଇଁ ନିମନ୍ତ୍ରଣ କରୁଛି ଏବଂ ଆପଣଙ୍କୁ ସନ୍ଧ୍ୟା ପୂଜା ପାଇଁ ମଧ୍ୟ ନିମନ୍ତ୍ରଣ କରୁଛି ଜୟ ଗୁରୁ
निमंत्रण अध्यक्ष पंचनामा आसली अध्यक्ष मेहर भाई आप स्थापित भी कर आज्ञा जय गुरु प्राणव ठाकुर आसंता डिसेम्बर 8 आसंता रविवार मोर एवं आद्यासर पाड़ी अच्छे समस्त भाई और आपन को समस्त भाई और माँ और पिला मन को निमंत्रण जनाऊँगी संघ पूजा रे योगदान करेंगे और मध्य आद्यास को सेवार सुजुक्त 7 तारीख दिन अधिका संध्या बेले अनुष्ठित है और 8 तारीख दिन सकाल 7:15 संगीत आरंभ
जय गुरु आज आई संगीता माँ और मोर पूजा पाली थिला हाँ मो ठाकुर पाखे ये प्रार्थना आज जानतर अजाणतर आमर जहाँ भूल होती संघरे सेवार थी समस्त भाई और माँ मान सेवार पूजा कृत्य जहाँ भूल होती मो ठाकुर पाखे प्रार्थना क्षमा करेंगे से भूल पुनरावृत्ति न होगा प्रार्थना कर जय गुरु जय गुरु भाई शुणा जाऊँ
जगना
सुना जाऊँ
गया माया एथि लगे जेबे कड़े न मिले मो कटे एथि लगे जेबे कड़े न मिले मो कटे तथापि रखिबे मने अनंत ध्रुपदे तथापि रखिबे मने अनंत ध्रुपदे तुम्हारी दृष्टि भीतरे तुम्हारी जगते तुम्हारी जगते पड़िथिबे जनि तुम्हारे इंगिते पड़िथिबे जनि तुम्हारे इंगिते ध्वंस करे रचनार अभिनव रूप देखी देखी आते जीवन अस्थल स्वरूप देखी देखी आते जीवन अस्थल स्वरूप मिलाई न करे जेबे सब जत्रे सुर मिलाई न करे जेबे सुर मिलाई न करे जेबे सब जत्रे सुर मिलाई न करे जेबे सब जत्रे सुर तुम नमी बाई जेबे कभी न मोर तुम नमी बाई जेबे कभी न मोर सुनो बना सुनो के शिवाहंकार तुम्हें प्रभु मुनिनाथ की संसार तुम्हें प्रभु मुनिनाथ की संसार हिममया से चरणी करे निवेदन हिममया से चरणी प्रेममया से चरणी करे निवेदन प्रेममया से चरणी करे निवेदन तुम जय गावत निवेदन तुम जय गावत जय गुरु 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 जय
Jai Guru Jai Guru Jai Guru Jai jai guru jai guru jai guru jai guru